What's going on, Motor City Sports Talk? We back in the building. It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with a Lions video, man. Don't forget to check the description for the podcast link. I'm gonna start doing some podcasts real soon. This is with SoundCloud, and if you want to be a part of the draft talk, click the other channel link. It's called the Boston Clinic and more. But me and my good friend Dallas Cowboy John G is gonna do some draft evaluations right around the combine. A little bit after that, we're gonna have some podcast episodes as well going, and some live shows on YouTube. So make sure you check that. But apparently Reuben Foster is going through his trials and tribulations as a 49er, and a lot of Lions fans, thought that Lions should take Reuben Foster out of Alabama over Jarrad Davis out of Florida. Both SEC guys. Foster, I think he had some health issues coming out of Alabama as well, and I think it was some issues about him off the field. Jarrad Davis, had some health issues at Florida, but was an outstanding citizen off the field, and comes from a good background, a good clean background, both parents in his life, and it seems like right now a lot of people are insinuating that Bob Quinn made the right pick. Reuben Foster, was a top 10 potential pick. I think the health evaluations and the concerns off the field slid him all the way down to the end of the first or beginning of the second or something like that. And a lot of people were criticizing, Bob Quinn for not taking that chance on Reuben Foster. But it seems like it was a gamble that didn't need to be made. And he had a better player in mind than Jarrad Davis, which wasn't the hottest name out there in the draft, especially in the Lions circle. But, Jarrad Davis performed this year. He stayed clean off the field. He speaks well. He plays well. In a linebacker core that was, super duper whack this year, he was the star. He was the only bright spot of the linebacker core, and he's probably one of the few bright spots up front in the front seven, him and Ziki Ansah this year. And it paid dividends for him making the right pick. And Bob Quinn has been money in the draft. I mean, look at this draft this year. He picked Jarrad Davis, Teez Tabor, where I wasn't concerned about Teez Tabor like a lot of people was. I didn't like the pick at first, but I understand that it takes time to evolve into or develop into a good quality corner in the league. Sometimes it takes 2-3 years, but it seems like they feel comfortable enough with letting him start down the stretch of the year of last year, and he's going to come in next year as the number 2 corner if you haven't heard. So he drafted another starter. Also got Kenny Galladay, Jamal Agnew, who's probably going to be the starter at nickel from what I'm hearing, and an excellent return, Pro Bowl returner. He did a great job in the draft last year. The only thing he really did bad was not get a running back. But I think the best thing that he did was, resist the temptation of Alabama player Reuben Foster, who just got, arrested not too long ago, and he got brought up on domestic violence charges. And I believe he got injured last year once again after healing from the injury that he had. And it was a lot of people up in arms. I understand why Bob Quinn didn't do that. But at the end of the day, it seems like Bob Quinn is the truth at selecting guys. And we're gonna see how free agency signings pan out, because Martin Mayhew, say what you want to say about him, he was great at bringing in the right free agents signings, and Golden Tate, Glover Quinn, the list goes on, and it pretty much worked out. But you don't always have to make the splash or the most popular draft pick or free agent pick. You make the right pick for the franchise, and it seems like Bob Quinn made the right pick. And Jarrad Davis, the guy played lights out. He was playing very, very well in the beginning of the season to Odell Beckham. Hit him with a cheap crackback, but we know Odell Beckham's season ended, so karma's a motherfucker, right? And Jarrad Davis got back. He had a learning experience. He got back. He played well. He developed, got better. And if we got 2 starters out there drafting, Jarrad Davis and Teez Tabor on the defensive side, I think Bob Quinn done well. But I was a Reuben Foster guy. I was like, I like him. He can tackle well. He can cover. He a thumper. He can come downhill. He's fast and all that. At the end of the day, sometimes some people just don't learn. You put money with immaturity, and you put money with bad decision making. This is something that the 49ers and John Lynch are gonna have to work with the guy on, get him some off the field counseling, and you know, a lot of different Alabama players went through that. Renato McClain retired and went through his situation, and he was another linebacker a few years ago from Alabama, and you can't nobody protect those guys like Nick Saban when you're a pro. I mean, you just out there on your own. But I had to give Bob Quinn, you know, his piece for this and his recognition for doing the right thing so far. We gonna.